Hey guys, so I wanted to teach you guys a couple new techniques that I have been trying out lately, and one is just this really cool lip color. It's a little bit of a blue-brown lip. It's something a little bit different, but it's definitely fun, and since the whole sort of 90s trend is in lately, what better than kind of mixing sort of like grungy brown lip with like cool techno cyber lip. Anyway, I happen to really like this. I've also paired it with just a brown Smokey Eye. It's using a couple drugstore products. This Wet n Wild palette, which I love, actually, it's really good quality. I'm also trying a new technique. It's applying false eyelashes underneath my eyelashes instead of on top. I'm not 100% confident that I want to show you guys how to do it yet because it's a little bit iffy. I have included a link down below to the makeup artist that I learned this technique from on YouTube, so definitely check that out if you guys are interested because it's a really new, cool thing for me to do. But I've only tried it out just a handful of times, so at the very least have some ideas going to try something a little bit different. So yeah, so if you guys want to know how to do it, then just stay tuned and here's the tutorial. Alright, so before I start the eyes, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about what's on my face right now. I went ahead and applied my base, which is OCC Tint. Again, I'm just trying to get rid of this basically because I like it. It's just, I think it's kind of getting past the expiration date and I kind of want to use it up and there's just a little bit of it left. And then I decided to kind of switch up my contour a little bit just because I'm trying to find something new to do. Graftobian High Def Glamour Cream Neutral Palette. And so basically I took the darkest foundation shade and used it as my contour. So that's a little bit of something a little different for me. Let me know if you can kind of tell a difference. I know my camera setting is kind of whacked out, but let me know if you can see any kind of difference. And then I went over that a little bit with the Rocky Horror palette, Contour Sculpt and Shape palette. And then my highlight is just the highlight in that. And my blush is also from a Graftobian High Def Glamour Cream Blush Palette. So I've used a little bit of that, kind of put a heavy hand, so just be warned. But yeah, so that is what's on my face. If you're wondering, my eyebrows are pretty simple, just an eyebrow pencil and eyeshadow. And yeah, so I'm going to show you how to do the eyes. Okay, so then for these eyes, I'm using a couple of really cheap products. I'm using the Wet n Wild Comfort Zone palette that I really happens to go like this. So the colors that I'm using in this one, I'm using the eyelid color, which is this one here, and I'm using this darker brown as an all over lid color. I'm also going to be using a couple colors from MAC, so I'm using Rule eyeshadow, which is kind of like just an orange matte eyeshadow, and then I'm also using this one. It is limited edition, however Cranberry will work just the same. This one is Sweet Chestnut. It was from an old Cult of Cherry lines, but like I said, Cranberry works just the same. Okay, so I'm going to go into that neutral eyelid color, and then this is just going to go right kind of into my crease. And this is just going to get lightly blended up. For a brow highlight, I am using Emphasize from the contour palette. So I'm just going to use that to kind of blend out that eyeshadow. And then using the same brush, I'm going to go into a little bit of Rule. Just a tad, just to kind of make it a little bit more orangey. And then going into a kind of burgundy red. All using the same brush, just because we're building up color anyway. So just get a little bit of that on the brush, and that's going to go a little bit lower and into the crease. And basically what I'm doing is I'm just making a gradient of colors. I find this the easiest when I'm doing a smoky eye, just because it kind of takes the blending work like out of it. So the next thing is I'm just going to take an espresso colored eyeliner. You can use really any brown eyeliner that you want. This one is like dirt cheap, doesn't matter what brand it is. And then I'm just going to take this and draw this sort of all over my lid. And this is just going to be a base for the brown color that we're putting on top. That's going to act as a nice sticky base for this color, which is the definer color from that palette. And I'm just going to load up my brush with that, and then that's just going to get patted right on top. This color does have a nice shimmer in it, and I find if you use that brown base, you actually get to kind of see it in the eye. A lot of the time shimmer sort of gets lost when you go to blend it, so just keep that in mind. The last real step for the eye, once you've applied that, is to blend it out. So I am using, again, just the fluffy brush that we used before, just taking a little bit of that color right on the tip, and then I am going to use that just to blend the crease color together. And then for the bottom of the eyes, I'm using a Sigma E20. This is a like short little shader brush. I kind of love this brush. And I'm gonna go into that cranberry color. This is gonna go underneath my eye. And then I'm just going to take that brush again, go into a little bit of the definer color from the Wet n Wild palette, and then just kind of connect the outer corner. Lastly, for the eyes, I'm going to be taking a black eyeliner. This is Feline Eye Kohl from MAC, and this is going to get applied in my waterline. And then I'm just going to take that short shader brush and just kind of blend that down. Lastly, I'm going to be applying a set of false eyelashes like I did on this eye. I'm using the Ardell 111s. They're just kind of a black, full eyelashes. Now I'm going to be using a technique that's a little new to me. I'm actually going to be applying these underneath my actual lashes instead of on top. If you want a video on how to do that, it's not going to be for me because I'm not that good at it yet, and I don't really trust myself telling you guys how to do it. The video that taught me how to do it was from this girl named LEIGHDICKSON. I believe that's her name. Either way, I will put a link down to her video in my underbar. Check her out. She's really great. My kind of style as well. So it's a new technique to me because if you apply your lashes underneath, it kind of eliminates the use of having to use a black eyeliner. And you guys know I use black eyeliner a lot. So this is just me trying to change up my game a little bit, kind of learn a new technique. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and apply them right underneath my lashes and then show you how to finish up the rest of this look. So then once the eyes are done, this is the finished look. And yeah, I happen to really like the way that putting eyelashes underneath looks. I think it looks really cool. It's still a technique that I'm kind of learning myself and learning how not to blind myself. So again, watch her video and try it out at your own discretion because it is a little bit of a different sensation, let me tell you that much. Okay, so for lips, I'm going to try something a little bit different out. I'm going to do a brown lip. I had it in one of my last couple videos for my Sugar Pill palette, and I love it. It's one of my favorite things. And this is a lipstick from MAC that I kind of always overlooked, and I don't know why, because it's really the only sort of dark brown one that they have. And this one is Film Noir from MAC. And it's actually kind of, I always thought it was more brown than that, and then it's kind of like a reddish brown, so it's really kind of wearable. Yeah, so I'm going to make it a little bit not wearable. I'm going to use a brown eyeliner. This is just an espresso colored eyeliner, and I'm going to use it as a lip liner. You can use a brown lip liner if you have it. I just don't happen to have one at the moment. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and line my lips with this. Okay, so then once I have that on, I'm just going to go ahead and apply the lipstick. Okay, so then with the lips, this is the final look. I happen to really like it. I think it's kind of grungy and fun, and it's a good sort of dark fall look, and fall, winter, whatever. So then for the lips, I'm going to actually change it up just a little more to make it something even more unwearable. This is optional if you want to do it. I happen to have blue-brown pigment from MAC, and it's kind of similar to a little bit like Club, and a little bit like this definer color from the Wet n Wild palette, except it's just that much more amazing, and it's in pigment form. It's pretty incredible. So I'm just going to swatch it on my hand just so I can show you guys. It's basically like a reddish brown, but it also has like a blue sheen in certain lighting. So I'm going to take a little bit of this and apply it onto my lips, and I don't know what it's going to do, so work with me here. Oh, that looks awesome. So yeah, so then once the lips are finished, this is the look. It happens to kind of cast like a little bit of a cool teal green shine to it, but it still maintains that sort of reddish brown undertone, which is the actual lipstick sort of shining through. It's really fun. It's definitely something fun to try. If you have a bunch of cool like color shifting pigments like that, put them on top of lip colors because you never know what you're going to get and what kind of cool combinations that you're going to get. I apologize, my nose is kind of leaky. So yeah, some of you guys might like this, some of you guys might not, but either way, I definitely like it. I think it's really fun. So yeah, I hope you guys kind of enjoyed this video, and until my next one, I will talk to all you soon. Bye.